Alright, just a brief trade recap of today's trading. So, took two trades today. First one on GJ. So, first one was pretty simple actually. I was also pretty happy with that because that was like I think the second trade I took with the 50% model here. But anyways, always define areas where price wants to react to. Normally I do that with like my trend channel thing here. But I figured out the price actually reacted to other levels, so it formed like a arrow form. But yeah, I only care about the upper limit here, upper whatever. But this level because yeah, it was at that level at the moment. So I took that. Where did I take it here? Right. So I waited for a middle time frame break, which it did here. But I didn't want to take a trade here because the problem was we were at the lower limit of the new middle time frame trend here. Was a little bit too risky for me to be honest, and then we right after that we reversed. So would have been stopped out like almost immediately and very brutally. But yeah, I just waited for a nice clean break. So oh, that was a mistake here, something like that. So I could have taken a trade here, but I didn't want to because I just waited for a retracement here because we already made such a big move there. But you obviously could have taken trade here, no questions asked. See how it looked. Would have looked, yeah, something. Yeah, but your stop loss would have been like, yeah, 1.12 RR. It's not too great. So I rather waited. So I yeah waited for a retracement. The 50% here, as you can see, it just reacted almost perfectly. Then I didn't even wait for a close. I just no, I entered here. I believe. I don't actually know where I entered. It was like a 1.678 RR. Yeah, something like that. So take profit target next lower high, and same with stop loss. Then it actually reversed. So it's good that I actually kept my rules as they were. And then yeah, nothing interesting. Obviously, I could have taken again a trade here. So as you can see, that's like the new middle time frame trend here. So now it broke it nicely, targeting again 50%. But the RR would have actually been good. So that would have been a good trade. But I was in school, so I could not actually be on the charts 24/7, or let's say for the last 8 hours. Again here, trade to the 50%, I guess. Yeah, but that would not have been a good RR. Anyways, that's the first trade here. Second trades actually were these two, but I'm going over these later. Just want to show you some backtesting trades that I could have taken, or actually should have taken. But you know, later you always know it better. But yeah, when I came to the charts, I actually saw immediately that it was ranging. So I was just waiting for that range to be defined like more clearly. But actually, to be honest, I should have taken that trade here because that was like my rejoin model. And yeah, just sweep that lower limit here. Actually, sweep also that low. I don't trade ICT, but you can see it that way. But what I want is a sweep of the lower limit and then a nice break of the lower time frame trend here. And yeah, just pretty simple. It would have given you a nice trade here. Yeah, so upper limit here also respected that, but would have been a little bit more tricky. I would have used something like correlation to actually know when to enter here. And again, in future, I probably should do that. Again here, I think was again a rejoin model. Yeah, now they're broken middle time frame. and lower time frame trend here. So a little bit, yeah, okay, probably bigger stop loss. Yeah, something like that. Again, respected upper limit here, and then we come to our actual, we come to my actual trade. So a very important lesson that I learned. So the first entry was here, and the reason why this wasn't a good idea is because of correlation. So I actually used to trade a lot of with a lot of correlation, but at some point I stopped. Just I don't know why. Because I was like developing my new models and I wanted to keep it simple as possible. But then I actually saw that it would be a good idea to use correlation again. So we entered at 1513. So 1513 is, so that's 3 p.m., 3:15 p.m. Yeah, it was about here. So obviously, like the XY pushed down. By the way, the XY is the dollar index. So it's the opposite of dollar. It's the opposite of gold. So it pushed down, but we still were in that like what is it? Maybe like middle time frame trend here. Maybe you'll know it's probably middle time frame trend. I don't actually know right now, but so there is still a good chance that it will respect that lower limit and push up, which it did. So I really was waiting for a break. So it broke it around, yeah, about 30-ish. And I knew then, okay, that was the second time to enter. I actually closed one position. I took two positions here. No, I'm sorry. I closed 50% when it was like 1/3 to my stop loss because the volume was so super low. And then I entered a second time with the same risk as the previous trade. So yeah, I'm sorry. I entered with, so in the end it was like a normal position for me. But yeah, I entered here again after like a nice break here, maybe a little late while the candle was still open. But as you can see here, nice confluence, and then it just worked out very nicely. I actually closed the trade earlier. My take profit was originally here, but I saw like it was consolidating, and then I just didn't trade that anymore. Actually, right now, as you can see, you could have taken something like that, maybe. But yeah, it would have been too close to the 50%, so I don't like these trades. But let's see if correlation played 19. Yeah, it looks pretty good. But now I broke it here again, so 19. Okay, so now I broke it, but so that's like a kind of a confirmation, but because like I would have had a pretty bad RR, I guess, if I had my, okay, that's 50% here to be generous. Yeah, okay, 1.5, but that's like, I mean, there's a big difference between that trade and this trade here. But yeah, that's it for today. So a lot of possible trades here again to be taken. Or yeah, I'm just gonna end it there, and I'll see you guys in the next video.